YouTube, welcome to episode 50, the big 50 of Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans for the fans. And with me today, we have an open discussion, which is what I plan to do for a lot more videos, including wrestling-related news and everything else. But today, we are here for the gamers. We are here to talk about WWE2K17. I kind of wanted to have an open discussion more so and not limit the video to the recent Universe Mode news that just came out. With me today, though, I have two of XGW's finest members. We have everyone's favorite Cactus, rocking the blue shirt, always on the phone. And we also have Hawk in the house. Hawk, what is going on, sir?
Hey, not much, you?
Nothing much, man. We're just hanging in here, just trying to do our thing. We're going to talk about everyone's expectations right now for WWE 2K17. XGW has a big year coming up for them and how they've been promoting the game and getting people recruited for their E-Fed. All that stuff is down below in the description box. If you are interested in joining on PlayStation 4, please feel free or message them. Yes, Cactus has all of the information right there. Cactus, speak up so that your stuff shows up there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't finish it, but yeah, it should show up, I'm assuming. Yeah.
And on Twitter, it's at XGW Fed. But guys, let's get into the basic talk of what is WWE 2K17 real quick. Right now, we know a lot of the new changes and everything else. Overall, gentlemen, how are you both feeling about the game? How has the promotion been? Are you impressed? Just overall thoughts first. Cactus, let's go with you first.
Overall thoughts, I'm actually kind of hyped for the game. The marketing was a whole lot better than what it was in 15 and what it was in 16. I like the commercials. I was a huge fan of the scavenger hunt weekly for the superstars. Like for 5 weeks, everybody was hyped about it. The DLC, minus Bobby Roode, but it is what it is. I feel for $30 we should get a lot more, but it's understandable. Besides the whole NXT debacle with Naya and Shinsuke, but if you didn't buy the NXT, you gotta wait to the end of the year. Besides all that, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give them about a weak 8, like 8.5 overall, which is still pretty good, but it's just certain things. I'll talk about the universe mode later, but overall, I'd say about 8.5. I'm satisfied.
Right. There's definitely more things that they could have done. And let me get into the NXT debacle before we get to Hawk real quick. You guys tell us every year that if you make it in before WrestleMania, you'll be in the game. That's our deadline. That's what we're supposed to do. And when I see, okay, Nakamura is available day one, but you're holding Nakamura over our head as a piece of meat, like, yeah, you want this, don't you? Don't you? Okay, you're going to get it. And then Austin Aries, who debuted almost the exact same time, if not before Nakamura, is DLC. That makes no sense unless you guys had no one else that was going to be the person to grab you out of that NXT pack besides Anderson and Gallows, which is understandable that they're DLC. But come on. I just have a difficult time following that. But the rest of the DLC pack looks pretty cool for the most part. Some of it a little underwhelming with double characters and stuff, getting that. I'd like to see something a little bit more different from them. Like, I think the moves should just be updated automatically more so, and maybe you give us something else. Like I said, I want to see updates to attributes, attires, commentary like Madden has. All these other games are doing these great things. I want to see WWE focus on what the sports game realm is doing and hone in on that. Hawk, to you, though. Overall thoughts on everything thus far?
Overall, I'm hyped. Great current roster we have for this year. Some interesting DLC and legends. I think we're in agreement on the DLC situation. Could have actually added some new arenas for the DLC, especially with the brand split, just the new arenas. But, I wasn't really expecting that too much. It would have been a nice touch, though. And yeah, I think for what we've gotten, an 8 sounds like a good rating for their marketing.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, some things could have been better, but it's hard to get perfect on marketing because there's always questions. Okay, what you expect, what you can do. Uh-oh.
No, marketing is easy. No,
Yeah.
marketing is really easy.
What is 2K missed out
Today's
on?
information could have been better. Today's information could have been marketed better, but overall,
I
not
agree.
great.
The best marketing of 2K17 thus far has been the commercials. Like the whole P Diddy song with that, perfect. Couldn't have asked for anything better. The Raw commercial that they played last night with the whole downtown for Suplex City, awesome, stellar. That's how you market.
Though I will comment on that. They compared it to last year's Bonfire, and the big difference there is the Bonfire one had gameplay footage in that one. This one did not. So that's the only negative about that, since they compared it to the Bonfire. But otherwise, good.
The Bonfire was deeper. It was more dark and gritty as far as like some kind of soul searching. Like the way they had everybody just come to the fire like they're throwing what they need to sacrifice that accomplishment into it. So it had this deep psychological meaning to it with uh what it Austin threw something in the fire, Seth threw something in the fire, Sting threw something. They were all just standing there in some deep thought. And it brought out coolness about it because it was dark, it was gritty, it was cool. This year's was more fun. Like even when you seen Dean Ambrose in the alley and everything, and you saw Sheamus beating up, it played off the whole scavenger hunt. So that's why I say this year's was a little bit cooler.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
definitely showing off the city was great.
yeah, and if you guys hear some pounding in the background, that's people working in the area. I can't stop that. I can't help that. But there was gameplay footage for 2K17, folks. A little bit at the end in the TV screens. Each one had pieces of the matches in there. And I'm with Cactus. I think that it was they were just trying to have fun and let everybody see what was going on and oh, this is what we've been doing, yada yada yada.
Yeah. I went back and watched those TV that had the clips. It looked like different parts of that bigger, like 2-minute trailer that they had, just different areas of it. And yeah, it was definitely funner. I enjoyed it. Yeah, so it is what it is.
Okay, guys, now let's get into the main part here about gameplay. Are you impressed with the new gameplay elements of it? Is it looking good? Cactus, what's up with that with you? What do you think?
And then that's the part where me and Hawk probably agree about better marketing. From what we've seen thus far, and I think the only reason we got what we've seen thus far a little bit is because 2K gets tired of the little kids and their parents with the whole, Parkinson's disease camera trying to film the secret footage. So they gave us the little IGN exclusive with the ladder match and then the backstage. It's great from what I've seen, but they could have better marketed that. It's 2 weeks till the game comes out. I appreciate and I love the fact that we get these little 2K development diaries, but the last one we got about the taunts, that was 4 minutes of my life that could have went towards you guys showing us highlights of an actual match. Like the diary thing is cool, but it's 2 weeks. Think of it like it's game 6, the NBA playoffs. You're down by 5. It's 12 minutes on the clock. You got Jordan or Kobe, whoever you prefer, behind the 3-point line. You want to get them sales up. So at this particular time, you get somebody like Jinx. Jinx is cool. He's easy on the eyes. He has like some enthusiasm. You take whatever dungeon you got Brian Williams stuck in, you put them two together, you put them on a live stream for the next 2 weeks on certain days, maybe like 15 minutes, 30 minutes of them doing random stuff in the game. On one day, you might focus on universe mode. Another day, you just might focus on showing overalls. Another day, you just might actually focus on a ladder match or something like that. Let them go back and forth at it, and if they see comments on the side of the live stream, let them answer it what they can. If not, let the fans get an actual couple minutes of actually watching matches. It's cool that Tony Pizza Guy and all the rest of them go do that, but then it's like, are they really looking out for what we want? They mainly go see what they want, and they put up. And if we just happen to get lucky to see something that we like, oh my God, I can't wait to see that. Let the guys who make the game sit there and play it. I've seen it happen so many times on NBA or whatever. Some of the guys are sitting around live stream BS like normal everyday time and just play the game. Let them two do it. Like I said.
I agree with what you're saying and all that. I definitely think that Brian Williams needs to be a bigger factor in all of this. Brian Williams is someone who represents our community very well. He's a true wrestling fan, not of just WWE, but of New Japan, TNA, Ring of Honor, so many organizations that he understands wrestling, what we want, and this is why we like the moves. And I think he's a perfect person in that role, but I want to hear from him. I want to see him more. Maybe in the next game development cycle. You have to remember that the hardcore gaming fans want that. Gameplay wise, are you impressed right now with what we're seeing?
Go
ahead. Yeah, it looks good. Nothing sticks out shining to me, but I do like the improvements. I don't think the ladder match is going to be as bad as some people think it's going to be.
I thought that was an improvement.
The position. Yeah, I agree. And so I'm really looking forward to the backstage brawls and going all over the arena. That's going to be exciting. The new taunt system I'm excited about because I've wanted to like go up against the ropes and do a taunt like Batista, who's not in the game, but Batista, how he would go over to the ropes and just shake them, like Ultimate Warrior does.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool to have in this year.
Yeah, we see a lot of improvements, whether it's visual. I see a lot of the things that 2K has been trying to put into the game. There's only a couple things that I wonder sometimes what is missing, like that pounding. What is missing? Which is the idea of having, how do I want to put this? Okay, so they have the idea of putting all this stuff in, but in our feedback notes, where are the match types that we asked for to have back? How were those not prioritized or factored in? Where is the special guest referee? Where is the 6-man battle royals of physical eliminations online? Where are all of the 2 versus 2 versus 2 TLC matches? When do those finally get to come back?
What happened to the battle royal matches where you could roll underneath the ring and leave out instead of just being in? Because that used to be an option too. Actually, Match Creator.
That's what a lot of people requested. Where I'm just wondering, how did that get pushed to the side? Because I saw that on 90% of the list I felt last year as a top 5 thing that they wanted back in.
I guess, maybe it's like, okay, match types ain't as important. I guess we get the Mexican standoff. What do you guys want in this year? Match Creator, or we can give you guys backstage. So we have to do this in steps.
Yeah.
I get it, but some of the minor ones should still be back that we've been missing, though.
Yeah. That, and maybe they just want to work on fine-tuning the basics of the matches before they have us being able to edit them in. I mean, I'm not overly upset that they don't have Match Creator in, but I hope that we have some of the old matches that we were able to do back in, like 6-man battle royale where we, by pinfall, give up, something like that.
But then also, you got to wonder, where do you stop, though? Because if we allow, I guess if we do certain matches, that's going to open. It's like a gateway drug. It opens one thing and starts to another. We may say, okay, let us get this one back. And then here you have like a couple dun-dun-duns on the forums like,
Punjabi prison match.
I was just finna say that. Like, okay, can we have Inferno? Yeah, we got Inferno. Can we have the casket match back? Yes, we got the casket match. Can we have the Buried Alive match back? Yeah. How about the Punjabi prison? Nah, you lost us.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, I wasn't crazy about the Inferno match either because I don't think it was done that well. So that didn't ever stick out to me that much.
It's not a match that's often used, though. It's kind of like the Punjabi match. Like, a lot of people ask for ridiculousness. It's kind of like
what was that?
But you can't expect the Ambrose Asylum match to really be in.
Now, that one is workable if they do it a certain way. But then again, if you allow that, then you have to hear, can we get that dog kennel match that Al Snow and Bossman had? What?
It should be a showcase match.
You want that in the game? Yeah, I want to be able to rock bottom somebody on a pile of dog crap. Yeah, we're gonna need you to exit stage left, sir.
Yeah. There's always different people, but gentlemen, we've hemmed and hawed about this. The DLC. Let's get to that, and then we'll get into universe mode. The DLC packs right now for WWE2K17. Impressed? Yay? Nay? Nah? Get this away from me. It's cool. It's all right. It's not worth the 30. What do you guys think, Cactus?
You know, I hate that it's not as glorious as it should be because it's missing Bobby Roode. But I like that Gallows and Anderson made it in. Now I can, put the club together and beat up John Cena.
Beat up John Cena.
Right. That's the first thing we do in universe mode. Put them together and get Finn and beat up John Cena.
You mean beat up John Cena?
Yeah. Hey, you're going in the randomizer. You don't count anymore, so it's not. It shouldn't be offensive.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, you won't be able to see me.
Just saying. I thought it was for $30. I expected more. I already feel like we're getting a screw job because if we're on the floor and we didn't buy the NXT, then we don't get knocked. And then it's separate. It's not even included in the season pass, the NXT enhancement pack. Like that's extra more money, and we ain't getting Rude. And
here's how I'm gonna put it. Bobby Roode, I get that he wasn't in. I don't know the contract situations with. I'm going to say it, Kurt Angle. I don't know what's the deal. If you can do it, if you can't, I'm not here to cry about it. But I think he will be the Goldberg next year. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, I can buy that. I can buy that. Angle being that, or,
Bobby Roode, though, Bobby Roode didn't show up until August TakeOver. He showed up at WrestleMania weekend. So I don't know what the deal with that was, or if they were feeling him out, seeing if he was popular enough. But cool, Roode's not in. My issue is this. So overall, the DLC pack will cost what, $35, $40? Dude, that's almost the price of the game. Are you really giving us enough content for it to be a game, 2K? Ask yourself that question for a second. Like, this has to be some earth-shattering stuff, something different. You are a yearly franchise. If you expect me to give you $100 every year for a game, there should be no complaints then.
Now, wait a minute. Now, let me put on my suit and tie as a 2K representative. Mr. Cushman, you have to understand that this is a yearly game and we're only allowed to put in so much contact, and as well as we have to pay certain people in contracts. And the WWE at the end of the day makes the final decision who makes it in the game, which is why we could not deliver to you the 4 horsewomen. But this year we gave them to you. Thank you and good night.
Absolutely. And I'm not blaming 2K for every single thing, but I am trying to say that 2K needs to be smart enough to say, okay, guys, at the end of the day, this season pass should cost you, if you're going to make it $30, everything should be $30 in it. There should be nothing separate. Everything's 30, including Nakamura, Jackson, all that, and you'll get them. Who knows when we're going to finally get to be able to play with them, because I told you out of protest, I am not buying that NXT edition, and I love NXT on that, but go ahead, Hawk.
If you didn't buy the NXT edition, you're actually going to save money, because if you buy the NXT edition, it doesn't come with the DLC season pass, so you're going to be spending $30 on that. So you're spending about $130 for everything. Where if you buy the deluxe digital edition, you get the season pass, and you just need to pay $10 for Nakamura, Nia, and Apollo Crews.
And see, here's the funny thing, though. You know what I love about the NBA franchise, and I don't even play NBA like that? They got balls one year. They got actual Spalding basketballs in a locker. Like, what game was that? Was that 15 or was that 16?
I don't remember now. They blur together after a while.
Yeah, you got balls. Like, we don't get balls. WWE doesn't give up. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I just realized how that sounded now.
Okay. I was wondering.
Okay, we get little statues and stuff like that. If I'm paying $130 per game cycle, man, you got to make my content worth it. Throw me some extra cutscenes in, some storylines for my universe mode.
Right, and we're not seeing any extra entrances or what changes are going to be made, and the WWE's changed pretty big since then. But Hawk, overall, DLC, is it worth the price of the $30?
I'm gonna be getting it, but I'm not that sure it is. You're getting a bunch of legends. You're getting this showcase. You're getting showcase. You're getting DLC showcase mode, which I can get some legends in, but that shows you that they probably worked on a Brock Lesnar showcase more than they're saying they did, which is probably why some people can actually see not as much build in the universe and stuff like they've been kind of advertising.
We'll get into that next. But I think when I hear season pass, I think I'm getting everything. That is the big picture. It goes back to Batman. We went through that last time.
Oh God, yes. I got stuff that I ain't even freaking using Batman, but yet the fact that I have it there, one day I might get bored and want to use it.
Exactly. That's exactly the purpose of it. When I hear season pass, that encompasses everything. So word to the wise, 2K, do that and have less confusion with why PS3 and Xbox 360 is getting something and we are not. It just makes things a lot easier. That's just me speaking to it. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it's not fair that my PlayStation 4 is what I keep looking at. It's sitting here, and I paid extra money to stay with the times, and I have to wait for my characters versus, well, PS3 and Xbox 360, they get them day one. Why?
Yeah, I only understand that only on the basis that they don't even have an NXT edition option. But then again, it would be kind of worthless in that regard because part of that NXT edition is going to give you the bonus points in my career. Or bonus credits. Yeah.
Here's my thing. There is no way in the world anyone under the age of 18 who does not have a job, who still stays at home with their parents, and their only job is to, in fact, go to school, be fresh, and get good grades, not have a PS4. Because I can guarantee you, they're probably sitting there talking on a $600 or $700 iPhone. So that's like 2 or 3 PS4s right there. So for all the little kids to be on the forums, well, we don't have jobs like you. My mom won't buy me one. But yet you got the new pair of Jordans on. You got an expensive ass iPhone. I don't want to hear that crap about I can't afford a PS4 and you talking on a $400 piece of merchandise right now. Shut up. Go get your grades. Take your report card to your parents to say, Mommy, I got all A's. I want a PS4 so I can be like the other cool kids. I'm sick of being ridiculed because I still play on a Wii or a PS3. They still make those? Like
we're gonna stay away from these social injustices because I know Mason. Yeah. Shout outs to Mason. I don't know how to say his last name, but Mason watches the show, and I know he has a PS3, Xbox 360.
Man, you better open a lemonade stand and go get a paper route, Mason.
So people are trying to do their thing. I don't know what Mason's situation is, but hopefully he gets everything he needs in the last gen version of the game because they haven't found out too much either about it.
What's to find out? They ain't getting nothing. What's to find out?
They might get something.
Oh yeah, they get Nakamura before us. That's it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
This guy's a harsh one, folks. He's not he holds nothing back. But let's get into the last thing here that I wanted to bring up, and I'm going to screen share part of this here so that you guys can take a look at what I'm looking at. We're gonna get into
YouTube.
2K. Yeah, you saw my stuff. That's where the magic happens, baby.
Put that stuff away.
Look into 2K17 Universe Mode. Now, we learned some things about Universe Mode. I think some things for the better, but some people don't fully agree with what has been shown. I haven't read on the forums or anything or gotten opinions, but it sounds like some people have read disappointment. I want to turn this over to you guys more so. And what are people saying about this Universe Mode setup that we have right now?
It's a lot of mixed reactions. Like some people are saying that it's basically where the big new improvements. They didn't really do anything but make it like simpler for us to do what we could already do. Like, let's see. I'm reading on a few of them now. Like this dude named Texas Freak Show said, "There's no huge updates. The only thing that made me think boo was the lack of the 5th title slot." He likes the fact that the run-ins are possible. We can choose to play before the entrances, before breakouts. Looks nice. The fact that we don't go into multiple parts of the menu just to edit. Yeah, tons of questions. I'm okay with it. What's more functionality? I welcome it. Rivalry matches have been removed. Now all matches featuring people in rivalries are marked by R. Okay, I mean it's pretty much been stuff like that. They've had mixed reactions. Some people say it sounds good. Some don't like it.
Yeah, the one you just read is a decent one from what
Right.
I've read.
That's being a nice one. The rest of them are just like savage, or
Yeah.
you know.
Some of them seem like they didn't even read the thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's very difficult. To me, Universe Mode just went through and kind of explained so much stuff that we already knew. Yeah, like it's not anything that's earth shattering or wow, I've never heard of this before. Where did you guys see this at?
See this dude, Slay J Lee. And you know what? I agree. The only thing I really walked away with this was the Diva overalls. He said Carmella was rated a 70, Alexa 73. What are you doing, 2K? Universe mode sounds the same as last year with minor adjustments, but I'm happy overall. Let's just hope it's as good as it looks. That right there is about 80 to 85% of the comments. Because the only thing I walked away with was the fact it's 3 slots now, and I know Diva overalls. So
yeah, they didn't really get into the fine details about how many matches. They say you can change the amount of matches, but they didn't say how many. They didn't go into detail about how many promos and if they count as matches. So just like maybe little fine detail that we really could have used that they didn't provide.
yeah, and see, goes back to the marketing thing I was talking about. This is something that this particular mode, you've taken out Showcase, which is like one of the main courses of the game. This is a part in time of the game where a simple blog will not do, because just like you get people on here now that are misunderstanding what was written, this is the part of the game that you promote that you need Brian and Jinx to sit down and actually play and walk you through it, so you get an understanding of it. This
video would have helped.
Yeah, a video would help more. I mean, if you can give us 4 minutes of taunts at super hyper speed, but you can't sit down for like 5 minutes and just run through everything you said. Or some people are better visual than actually reading. So
absolutely, that's just a learning dynamic, which we won't get into because I don't know. People think we're all stupid, but a lot of us in this room are actually very smart and educated. So you could go through, and there's certain ways that you have to teach people. But I don't know if a video may be a long one. But you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe that's better off showing in Universe Mode, because we tell too much in Universe Mode, and it's not explained enough. Because
it's
now
too weak for the game.
Away. Right.
They have to.
Everybody's coming away, though, like you said, with the idea of this is all the same. Nothing's changed. And that falls on 2K and I'm sorry, I don't remember the gentleman's whole name. Cristo 2K, the guy who basically did the article. He should have known that we all knew this already, or he should have been in the group polling us saying, hey, what do you guys know about Universe Mode? What do you want to see? What is different? Because he should have been interacting with us then when we had the feedback projects.
Yeah, and say this guy is asking, so we can't sim matches anymore? Well, that's a kick in the pants.
Like, but that said that you can still sim matches, right?
Yeah, again, that proves why you do the video.
But some people think maybe that means you have to watch the AI fight each other. So, which is just kind of silly in a way that he thinks that, because the word sim is used in this game on the card too. So it's good to know for sure, but still, some things are kind of a given.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So hopefully we get some new match types and stuff eventually, and things get better. Gentlemen, before we end this show, I kind of want to kick it to you guys before I let you do your whole spiel about XGW. What is something that you want 2K to take away from this before we talk about the game after it's released? Because I think the next 2K video will probably be about reviews and stuff. And we're getting news tomorrow from all the YouTube guys. What do you want to see from 2K as of this moment? You haven't played the game. You know nothing else about it. but I don't think we're getting any more information. I think the game is what it is at this point. I hate saying that, but
Hawk, go ahead, because I'm still formulating without using vulgarity.
I'm still thinking. Let me see. Yeah, they just kind of need to be more, like, kind of show us the stuff for next year, more like videos. And I don't just mean, the finishers and taunts, really fast. It's show us more gameplay. Don't kind of do the cutting like they did and just show clips, because that makes some people think that the game is actually bad, that it's not going to look as good. And you're just kind of showing us some nice polished stuff, which could be true, but it can send a bad image.
right. Playing it live can too, though. Sometimes there's errors or someone's doing something kind of cheesy. You never know. And then someone's like, oh, that's still in, but I'm not buying this. You run into that issue with demos and anything else. But I do think 2K should be better off. They would be better off showing an entire match to us versus clips, because clips what are you hiding? Cactus, have you found a way to say this without
basically, I'll have to go with, when it gets down to 2 weeks like now, you should be doing a lot of streaming, at least like 2 stream. If you're going to do one big huge stream, make it like an hour and just cover, specific things about the game. Or maybe you do,
heck, make it 2 hours.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to tell everything. You kind of want to leave some anticipation. So I'd say maybe like a 30-minute run through, run real quick through overalls, do an actual match. Get 6 of the developers and do a 6-man ladder match. That could take up a whole hour, and that can cover a whole lot of stuff, from gameplay mechanics to how good the graphics are, the entrances. You can answer a lot of questions by doing a 6-man match. You can see a lot of people have concerns about the reversal bars, the whole nine. So yeah, when it gets to like 2 weeks and below, start having the little diaries where they all get together and play the game. That whole thing about showing all the different taunts, yeah, that's cute, that's fun, but we would do better with that. Taunts only last so long. Give us great gameplay footage.
Yeah, I think that the main thing I want them to do is listen to more feedback. Do that stream and ask us, what do we think? What will we change? Oh, okay. Take real notes on this stuff, because it makes me question if you have or if you haven't. Now that backstage brawling is back, can you add a parking lot and give us back all the match types that we wanted? Can you continue to build off of this? What is your long-term plan for Universe Mode? Because at this point, I feel like we don't know what the long-term plan is. Are you just doing something like this for 5 minutes? Are you doing something like this for 5 years down the line? This is what we're thinking. And I don't think enough of that is shown. So, and that's just words of advice to Brian Bohr. He doesn't have to listen to me. He's the man in the position of power, not me. But that's what we suggest, I feel. And I think we made good suggestions for him there. Gentlemen.
Yeah, I think this is kind of like how they did with 15 and gutted out. So maybe that's what they're doing with Universe this year. So
right.
Yeah.
But do you have a plan, is what I'm saying. We don't know that. Tell us that. I'd rather know that and say we're rebuilding Universe from the ground up.
I think the manager needs to be more active, like, because the best manager to date has been Brian. I mean, from Marcus. That's like been the best one. If you guys aren't going to let Brian Williams come out the dungeon and talk, then make Vor earn his check. Make him get out there and talk to people. It's called community manager for a reason. You're supposed to interact with the community, like, instead of just playing on the Twitter account.
Yeah, so you want to see more from him as far as interacting, gameplay.
Yes, and not no BS crap. Like, man, don't dance around like like Al Jolson. Like, legitimately answer a question. If you can't answer something, hey, I'm not allowed to say this, but don't let that be your every answer. Come with something.
Right. So. Right. Or jump in when you know it's appropriate for you to, and then meddle around. I mean, he has from time to time too. I'm not going to blast him here, but
man, we get more answers from the overhyped moderators on 2K that that you can't do this. Well, I don't want, because I didn't properly punctuate my rant. Ban, strike. Like, dude, calm down, grammar Nazi.
You seem to have experience with that.
Yeah. Very much so.
Well, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of the show. We got a whole bunch of different things. I want to know what you guys think about WWE2K17. What feedback do you have for the community? I will be trying to send this video out to anybody who cares or wants to listen from 2K. Maybe it's too long, but leave your feedback down below and maybe they'll see it and have an opinion on it. Also, Hawk, Cactus, thank you for coming on the show. You guys are my main 2K people that we can talk to, give stuff to the gamers. And there it is, Cactus, speak up so that all that shows on the screen.
Yep, that is the website if you are interested in joining the best E-Fed on PS4. You played the rest, join the best. So, yeah. Or message us on PSN.
Pawn, Ice, Bugs, everybody else who does work on the website, the members. Yeah, you guys do a lot of hard work. So come in. If you guys have questions, add Animals07 on PSN, Cactus, Kaktis on PSN, Nighthawk 3000. We will take care of you guys, let you know what you need to do to get registered. If you are interested, serious inquiries only, though, because we have so many people who are in, out, and then they're done. All right. Gentlemen, any other final goodbyes?
Bring Brian Williams back to light. We love Brian. Brian's our main man. He's our voice. He's the voice of the voiceless for our gaming community. Do right by him, and he'll do right by you.
Yep, do right by Bryce.
No, Bryce needs personality transplant.
Oh, okay.
Harsh. But 2K, want to thank you for the content and everything else. Hopefully you listen to our feedback. Guys, make sure if you've made it all this way through the video, hit that like button. Thank you to the 3 viewers who are watching live with us as we record this show. This is episode 50 of Everything Pro Wrestling. There will be more episodes to come. Hopefully we have more open discussions. Join the Facebook group. We are out. Peace.